Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I wish you all a very good morning. I hope you all are great and fine at your home by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine and doing great. It's not needed, but still let me introduce myself. I am your maths teacher, Miss Nasreen Fatma, with lecture number 45. Students, today we are going to start the new chapter number 3, that is fraction. And I hope you all know very well what is fraction. Today we will take a review of the topic fraction and we will discuss the fraction and its type. First of all, we should know what is fraction. As we all know, a fraction is a part of whole. Now let's discuss in detail. Now what is fraction? Fraction is something that shows the part of a whole. For example, in this picture you can see this is a whole pizza and we can say it is a whole. And in the second figure you can see we have divided a pizza into two equal parts and each part is called half. Each part of this pizza is called half. We can write half as a fraction 1 upon 2. In 1 upon 2, the lower part shows the total number of the part of whole. The total number of the whole parts are 2. The denominator or the lower part of the fraction shows the total number of parts and the upper part of the fraction shows the part of whole or any part of whole. The total number of parts are 2 and 1 is the part of 2. So that is the fraction is 1 by 2. Now let's discuss the parts of fraction. In this fraction, there are two parts of a fraction. The upper part or the top part and the bottom part. The top part of the fraction is called numerator and the lower part or the bottom part of the fraction is called denominator. The upper part is called numerator and the lower part is called denominator. And finally, the numerator and denominator together make a fraction. And in this figure, we have divided the pizza into 4 equal parts. Now the total number of equal parts are 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The total number of the equal parts are 4. So how can we write the fraction? We can write the fraction as 1 by 4. 4 shows the total number of part of whole and 1 is the part of the total number, that is 1 is the part of 4. So we will write it as a 1 by 4, and it is also called a quarter part of whole. Now let's discuss the types of fraction. We can classify the fraction into 3 types. Number 1, proper fraction, improper fraction, and mixed fraction. Now we will discuss these types of fraction in detail. Now what is a proper fraction? A proper fraction is a fraction which has the smaller numerator than its denominator. For example, 1 upon 2. In 1 upon 2 is numerator is smaller than the denominator. The upper part is called numerator and the lower part is called denominator. The numerator is smaller than the denominator. The fraction is said to be proper fraction. In the next example, you can see 1 upon 4 or 1 by 4. It is also a proper fraction because its numerator is smaller than its denominator. And in third example, 3 by 4 is also a proper fraction because its numerator is smaller than its denominator. Now let's move to the next type of fraction, that is improper fraction. What is an improper fraction? A fraction which has the larger numerator than the denominator is called improper fraction. For example, 5 by 4. In this example, you can see the numerator is larger than its denominator. As we all know what is numerator, the top part of the fraction is called numerator and the bottom part of the fraction is called denominator. If the numerator is larger than the denominator, the fraction is said to be an improper fraction. In another example, you can see 13 by 4. It is also an improper fraction because its numerator is larger than its denominator. In the third example, it is also an improper fraction because its numerator is larger than its denominator. So what are improper fraction? The fraction which has the larger numerator than the denominator is said to be an improper fraction. Now let's take an improper fraction 5 by 4. How can we divide 5 by 4? 5 by 4 means 5 divided by 4. How can we divide 5 by 4? For example, we have to divide the 5 chocolates among 4 children. And how we will divide the 5 chocolates among 4 children? Now, we can divide these chocolates in 4 children like this. Now let's divide the 5 chocolates among 4 children. How we will divide? We have to divide 5 chocolates among these 4 children. First we will divide one chocolate to each child. Now 1 chocolate is left. Now from this chocolate we will divide each piece of a chocolate to each child. One piece and one. Each piece of the chocolate is called 1/4 part of the chocolate, or we can see 1/4. Now, what will be the fraction? Each child get one chocolate first, then each child get 1/4 part of the 5th chocolate. So each child get 1 plus 1/4 chocolate, and this is called 1/4, and 1/4, that type of fraction is called mixed fraction. 1/4 is a mixed fraction because it is the combination of whole and the fractional parts. 1/4 is called mixed fraction. In other words, we can say that the mixed fractions are another way of writing the improper fraction. Now let's take an improper fraction 5/4. 5/4 means 5 is divided by 4. If we divide 5/4, then 4 times 1 is 4. Then 4 ones are 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. Now 1 is the quotient, 4 is the divisor, and 1 is the remainder. Now we have to write the fraction as a mixed fraction. How we will write it? First we will write the quotient 1, that is 1/4, and the remainder is the numerator 1 by, and 4 as the divisor is the denominator. So the mixed fraction is 1/4. It means the mixed fraction is the conversion of the improper fraction by dividing it. Means we can convert improper fraction into mixed fraction. Now in this example, there are 5 children, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and each child gets 2 pieces of pizza out of 8. 1, 2, 1 and 2. Each child gets 2 pieces of pizza out of whole pizza, which is divided into 8 equal parts, and we have divided whole pizza among 4 children, and each child get 2 pieces of pizza. What will be the fraction? 2/8. Why we are writing it 2/8? Because the total number of equal parts are 8, and each child get 2 pieces or 2 part of 8. So every child has the fraction 2/8, and 2/8 means we have divided the pizza as a fraction 2/8. We have divided the 4 pieces of chocolate among 4 children, and when we divide the 1 part of the chocolate among 4 child, each child get 1/4 chocolate. and 1 by 4, 1/4 of the chocolate is given to one child. And in the second example, out of 8 pieces of pizza, we have divided 2 pieces of pizza to each child, and we have divided the 8 pieces of pizza among 4 child. Then the fraction is 2 by 8. The total number of pieces are 8 and each child get 2 pieces, so the fraction is 2 by 8, means each child get 2 by 8 pieces of pizza. Then 1 by 4 and 2 by 8, we can say they are equivalent fraction. Why we can say they are equivalent fraction? Because out of 4 equal parts, we have divided 1 part of 4 to each child. And in the second example, we have given out of 8 pieces, we have divided 2 pieces to each child. So 1 by 4 and 2 by 8 are called equivalent fraction. Now what is an equivalent fraction? Equivalent fraction are fractions which represent the same part of whole but are 2 or more different fractions. In these 3 circles, you can see we have divided the 3 circles into half, but in the first circle it is divided into 2 equal parts, but half part is shaded, so the fraction is 1 by 2. In the second circle, the half part is shaded, but the total number of parts are 4, so the fraction is 2 by 4. So we can say 1 by 2 equivalent to 2 by 4, and you can see in the figure also the half part of both the circle are shaded. And in the third example, also the half circle is shaded, but the total number of parts are 8 and 4 are shaded, but the total number, the 4 shaded parts are the half of the circle. So we can see in these 3 figures, half parts are shaded, so we can say 1 by 2 equivalent to 2 by 4 and 2 by 4 equivalent to 4 by 8, means 1 by 4 equivalent to 2 by 8. We can make the equivalent fraction by multiply or divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number. For example, if a by b is the fraction, and when we multiply a by b by the same number, we will get equivalent fraction. As if we will divide a by b by the same number, we also get equivalent fraction. It means the equivalent fractions can be made by the multiply or divide the numerator and denominator by the same number. By multiplying or divide the numerator and denominator by the same number, the fraction will be unchanged. That's why we always multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number to make an equivalent fraction. Now let's find the equivalent fraction of 3 by 9. The equivalent fraction of 3 by 9 are 3 by 9 divided by 3, we will get 1 by 3 is the equivalent fraction of 3 by 9. 9 by 27 is an equivalent fraction of 3 by 9 by multiplying it 3, and 27 by 81 is also an equivalent fraction of 3 by 9, and so on. Means we can multiply or divide the numerator and denominator by the same number, then we can get the equivalent fraction. Like this example, when we divide 3 by 9 by 3, the numerator and denominator by 3, then we will get 1 by 3, and 1 by 3 is the equivalent fraction of 3 by 9. Then we will multiply 3 by 9 by 3, the numerator and denominator by the same number, then we will get 9 by 27. And then we multiply 3 by 9 by 9, numerator and denominator by the same number, then we will get 27 by 81. Can we make more equivalent fractions of 3 by 9? If you said no, so you should try again. Because we can make the equivalent fraction of 3 by 9 more. How can we make the equivalent fraction of 3 by 9? First, we will divide 3 by 9 by 3, the numerator and denominator by the same number. Then we will multiply 3 by 9, the numerator and denominator by 2, and we will get 6 by 18. And 12 by 36 by multiplying the numerator and denominator by 4. So, we can make the equivalent fraction of any fraction by multiplying and dividing it, the numerator and denominator by the same number. And these are also the equivalent fraction of 3 by 9. There are many equivalent fraction of 3 by 9. It means we can a lot of equivalent fraction of one fraction. Alright my dear students, now this is the time to left. I hope you have understood the concept of fraction very well. Now keep watching, keep learning. Allah Hafiz.